length. No, I'm actually I'm actually gonna play the CCS from my hotel room. Just every video gets flagged. It's not okay on YouTube. Love to play first. This thing's fine, right? It's got a Renegade Map in it. Yep. I think we lead on Legion's Landing, right? Because I can Renegade Map and Legion Landing in next turn and get in a hit for 1. Seems good. Do this. This. It's a Twitch extension called Stream Decker. It's free. It's wonderful. Google it. Very, very useful and very slick. Person that made it, great. This could be blue-black control. Could be blue-black mid-range. Probably gonna Champion of Wits away this Fumigate. We have an island here. Yeah. Morning, Tom. Catching us right at the start today. It's fairly new, to be fair, so probably a lot of people that don't know it exists. Any black sweepers I need to play around? It's like Bantu's Last Reckoning. Are there any other playable ones? Not really. Their code chest should be an energy banning. I'm not sure. For the health of Magic, probably not. Magic players seem to freak out when things get banned, so probably not. If I get to flip this Legion Landing here, we're just not going to play anything. We're just going to like sit here and make vampires, I think. There's no reason to play into counter spells. Although I guess I could technically play this around a Censor, right? I think of the state of Modern right now. The state of Modern is the same as it's been for a long time. It's a very fairly linear, mostly non-interactive format. Yeah, I'd rather have more rotations and less bannings. My honest opinion, okay, yeah, I have an opinion. Energy is probably fine. It's just boring. We've been playing with the energy cards the energy cards have been very good for over a year, and they're likely going to be very good for another 11 months. So it's just like, eh. Oh, this is that deck. Okay. So I actually wrote about this deck in my article that's going to be coming out on Friday. This deck is the 3-shard Censor deck. This deck went like 8-1-1 at the Pro Tour in the standard portion. It's really neat. Really pretty neat. Opponent's deck definitely has, it's basically blue, white, splash black for some board cards, so they have Fumigates in their deck. Alright, get in there. Oh, that one flipping isn't optional. Not that it really matters, right? Like, the front side doesn't do anything for us, it just makes a vampire. It's not like we're going to do anything with that extra mana, so it's not necessarily, it's not a mistake, I just didn't realize that was going to happen. It's not going to change anything. We had realized it was going to happen. Swarm decks are fun. They're probably looking for a second white source at this point. Drake Haven, yep. I'm gonna do this. And I think we actually would rather stick Anointed Procession than Scarab God in this matchup. As odd as that sounds. The opinion on the new resource and hex, they seem fine. I think they're all going to be playable. Everything except the Sapphire one seems pretty playable in the right shell. I think in a vacuum, the Diamond one is certainly the best, but I don't think it's I think it's kind of close with both the Wild one and the Ruby one. And the Blood one's not terrible either. Yep, so they're going to cycle this cast out and put a Drake into play here, which is fine. We'll probably be able to make a bunch of Drakes next turn, so... Non-zero chance they stabilize a bit. Taking the trade. Aggressive. Okay. If I hit another land, I can eternalize that next turn. Guess it's Anointed Procession. There aren't really busted decks in Standard. In Magic Standard format, and that's one of the appealing. So like Magic Standard format, I just did really good because it's a very interactive format that gives both players a lot of time to have some back and forth usually. I didn't say I disliked that. I said it's probably not constructed playable. Hey, Larynx Punchworthy with the 21-month resubscription. Thank you, and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. It's a long time. Closing in on that blood shard there. Horn and Tracks. I'm enticed by the prospects of not dying at turn 3. Yep. If you want... You want to not die on turn 3. It's a good format to not die on turn 3. Okay, so they flip that over, so they get another land here. Hopefully they brick on a white source again, so they can't fumigate us. Man, let me tell you about busted legacy decks in the Spanish Inquisition. Alright, so there's one Drake. One Drake, two Drake, red Drake, blue Drake. That's actually not good enough, right? One Drake's not gonna do it. They need to hit a white source here probably for the Fumigate they have in hand. I don't even understand. Well, unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to play until I'm back from vacation. I found my new love a little bit late. We're gonna have to wait till we get back from vacation to play it some more. How many of these anti-control cards are on? Probably all of them, right? Like these Fatal Pushes are terrible. Settle the Wreckage is terrible. Fumigate. I think Scarab God's actually pretty bad too, right? I guess Vraska's fine because it kills their enchantment. Ixalan's Binding kills the Drake Haven as well. Do I want these Lost Legacies? Is this something I want, or do I want to just like fight over the Drake Haven? These are mostly for the Approach the Second Sun. Maybe I don't actually want those since I have 4 ways to take it off the table. Yeah, I did Immortals. They just weren't done processing when I went to bed. The Spanish Inquisition is the most consistent turn 1 combo deck in Legacy. Yeah, they usually have Drake Haven, and then the Pro Tour list had Scarab God in the sideboard. So maybe this is worthwhile. I'm just not sure what I want to cut for it. I don't think I can cut Renegade Map. Yeah, I know Lost Legacy is for Pro Tour. I'm just saying, do I want it for this matchup as well? I feel like I do. Or like, what do I want to cut is the question. I'm pretty sure I want all of these. This is not an Arguel Bloodfast matchup because they could like put a bunch of power into play with the Drakehaven. I can see that being true. One more cut. Legion's Landing is pretty good. Anointer Priest is like medium, but I need Anointer Priest to like have bodies in play to like trigger Revolt and like flip my Legion's Landing. I'll cut a Priest. That's fine. Do this. Lost Legacy is a touch slow on the draw. Stands fine, right? It's got turn 2 search. Opponent's deck does play a bunch of sensors. Just to keep track of. Does not appear to contain God Pharaoh's Gift. Cut one Duress. Nah, Duress seems great. They play a bunch of counter spells, so I'd like Duress to cut through those. Hey, look at that. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and cast the Search for Azcanta into a Censor here because I don't want my Lost Legacy to get censored next turn. I was just gonna pass, but now that like I have this, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Sweet. I don't know why do you keep telling me the Sarcophagus card doesn't matter, right? Now I'm gonna have to go look. What's the card? What's this card called? It's the one that just lets them replay crap from their discard pile, right? Like, those cards don't actually kill me. What's the card? It's what Sarcophagus? Anyone know what the Sarcophagus card is actually called? Offhand? It's something Sarcophagus, right? Because the Gather is, let me just search Sarcophagus. What's the actual text box of this card you're telling me I care about? Abandoned Sarcophagus. You may cast out that cycling cards. Yeah, I don't give a shit about that card. If we get rid of their Drakehavens, that card actually just doesn't matter. Just like look at it and you're like, oh look, it's a card that doesn't matter because it lets them replay stuff, but like they don't actually have win conditions left in their deck. And it doesn't, like, people are acting like this card is relevant. Like they could just flail around a whole bunch of recasting crap from here, but they can't actually kill me, so like who cares? Would like to, yes, I would like to put another Search for Azcanta into my discard pile. Concealed Courtyard. We didn't run into Censor last turn, so let's just do this now. They have a counter for this, so we could stick the Anointed Procession next turn. No, they don't. The decklist from the Pro Tour did not play the 4/4 that cycles. They didn't. Or the decklist that did well at the Pro Tour was not playing that card. You could say my opponent didn't want to play anymore once they lost their legacy. My opponent did not want to battle with us any longer when they lost their legacy. Is this modern play to sideboard card and won the game? GG, no re. Welcome, folks. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday morning. We're hanging out, playing some Standard this morning, kicking the tires on some four color tokens. I have no idea. Wizards of the Coast website is miserable. I couldn't find the deck listing when I went to look for them. I took their hoofs. Oh no! Don't cut their hooves off. They need their hooves. That seems fine, right? Oh no. Oh no, is it a token spear? I hope it's a token spear so I could file for a comp and get my money back for this league. Token spears always ended Magic Online crashing. Speaking of, this is already using 2.5 gigs of RAM, so I probably need to restart Magic Online here after this match. Search for Azcanta seems real good in this deck. Yep. Is in fact, yes, of course Magic Online is a memory leak. Of course. Of course there's a memory leak. Come on now, you must be new here. It's okay, we were all new here at some point. But yes, 10 out of 10, just the biggest of memory leaks. Gonna crack this now for green. Get that sweet, sweet auto pass value in. Ixalan's binding their Hidden Stockpile next turn, which is great. Block. Oh, they have Anointed Procession. Alright, do I take their Hidden Stockpile or do I take their Anointed Procession? Do I want to put Vraska in the bid? I do not. I'd like to draw Vraska. Glad we got our Forest. I could play this. Cast Ixalan's binding. Yeah, Stockpile's the engine. Yeah, I think that's the case. Just get rid of that one. Blocking last turn was probably wrong because of that. I haven't really played these tokens here, so I got punished a little bit there for not being familiar with that. Cast out Ganti. Seems pretty good. Morning, Mr. Silicone. So next turn we get to go tapped land, Procession, and then Vraska the following turn. Seems decent. I'd like to put Fatal Push in my bin. I want this Fatal Push. I guess I can Fatal Push the Ganti. I could like crack this Evolving Wilds and Fatal Push the Ganti. Is that better than playing the Anointed Procession? I feel like it is, because I don't want them to flip this Legion's Landing over. Because, like, I'm not going to make tokens next turn anyway, so I might as well just pass. I mean, Energy is a mid-range deck, to be fair. Oh no, they took my search for Azcanta. That's a tilt. I felt like that's one of our cards that gives us a leg up in this pseudo mirror. Well, I guess I have Vraska here. Yes, put Concealed Courtyard in my bin, please. Alright. Where's my Vraska? There are many like her, but this one is mine. I think I'm just nicking the Procession to start. And make sure we get that off there. They're going to get some selection with the search for Azcanta, but they're not going to flip it anytime soon, so... Oh, geez, this gives us a treasure? That's so good. I forgot this gives us a treasure. It's the first time I've activated her. So next turn I'll get to go Procession plus Vraska, make 2 2/2s. I'm going to flip my search for Azcanta over 2 and activate that as well, because I'll have exactly 8 lands, because I have 6. This will be 7, this is 8. We should be well on our way to burying them. Put Glacial Fortress in my bin, yes please. Yes, transform. Evolving Wilds, alright. Yes, it does give us 2 treasures when we have Anointed Procession out. It is a token. I want to Anointer Priest. I don't think I do. I think I'd rather activate Search. I might honestly use this to kill this next turn. Although it looks like they're going to run both of these into here. If they don't run both of these into my Vraska, I'm probably going to just trade my Vraska for their Search because I don't want them activating a Search every turn as well. Well, it's probably a 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other type thing. Trying to cast out. Vraska's Contempt. Savor the flavor on that one, ladies and gentlemen. Savor the flavor on that one. I have blue mana right here. The Drowned Catacomb right there. Oh, they can't activate it because they don't have blue mana. Oh yeah, you're super right. I just don't care. Thank you. You're talking about them. Yeah, it just actually doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm dumb. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for pointing that out. At Hogland, he's an idiot. It's like, of course I've got blue mana. They don't have blue mana. Good call. Alright, go ahead, friendo. Treasure map. Yep. You probably need to just start getting auto pass value in here because this game's gonna go long. Hey, look, a Vraska. Sure. Those artifacts too, right? Yep. Just get that treasure map right off the table. Ooh. Ooh, found a piece of candy. So hidden stockpile. Now I'm gonna crack this because I want to make I want to trigger revolt anyways. 3, 4 to play Vraska, void their treasure map or destroy whatever, and then she'll actually make a bunch of treasure because I have these anointed priests. Wait, stop lagging. Ah, opponent concedes. All right, God bless you, opponent. You are definitely being buried in the ground. I appreciate the concession. Alright, so Duress and Negate's in. It's a Bloodfast matchup. I could see this being a Bloodfast matchup. Is Scarab God good? I guess it takes their like Anointer Priest and stuff out of their discard pile. This is the second match for the morning. I feel like I possibly want these. I'm gonna cut the Settle the Wreckage and bring in another one of these. I not want. I think I need these Fumigates to clean up board states. Yeah, Bloodfast helps with the grind. I agree with that. I don't really know what I want to cut from here, though. Yeah, I think the one god is fine. I just don't really have many creatures, right? Yeah, I'm gonna bring these in. Need one more cut here. Binding is excellent. This is the Bloodfast matchup, it's a control matchup. They have Gonti. It's fair. I don't even know how many Gontis they have, though, so I don't know that I really care. Champion seems great. These games are going to go long, and we'll get to bring him back with Anointed Procession out. Trim a Procession. Nah, Procession is great. Fumigate seems pretty important for when you get behind. I feel like there's going to be a non-zero amount of games that we just like get behind and need this Fumigate. Brisa's good at blocking random poopers. On a map, maybe? The fixing's pretty important from the maps. Just gonna not board in this extra Duress. I feel like their hand's gonna be empty a lot, so maybe that card's not stellar. Hidden Stockpile is one of the most important cards in your deck. Don't trim it. It's a card to like get your engine going. One of the, if not the most important deck. It's fine. It's got a lot of important cards in it. Perfect. Just the perfects. Morning, guys. Yeah, this is a donation deck list, so can't take credit for this one. It's a user submitted deck. Knights, if they're still in chat, this is their deck list. I'm just playing this in stockpile. Just put this out. Stockpile into wilds is pretty good. Unfortunately, we couldn't save our wilds for that sequencing because I didn't have a black source to play this. Hey, JK, LOL. Never didn't have it. Grab my forest. Trigger. That sweet auto pass value in here. Duress. Alright, so we lost the Bloodfast. Maybe there's a reason to play the Bloodfast out aggressively there because of Duress in the matchup. I could see that being true. Another hidden stockpile. I think I'm bidding a land and a Champion of Wits here. I want to hold this Fumigate as a catch-all. I don't need double black, right? I need double white for the Fumigate. I get my scry on here. Bottom that. I can't say I've signed any body parts. Seems strange. Let's get these auto yields in here so we don't time out. Sub game in the tokens mirror. Try not to time out. Not planning to play Paper Magic anytime soon. It's very expensive and time consuming. Paper is just infinitely more convenient, or digital is just infinitely more convenient. It's not particularly close. Search for Azcanta, sign me up. Get to do this. I get to play this hidden stockpile. I get to turn my turn 2 token, my 1 token into 2 tokens like they are as well. Scry me a river, bottom of land, auto pass, no attacks, riggers. Sure, you do you, opponent. So we're at 5 cards in our discard pile at this point. So we're 2 turns away from flipping our search. Oh, I guess, you know what? I can respond to my search trigger next turn by sacrificing the Champion of Wits to the hidden stockpile, and then I can flip it. That seems great. Yeah, Conti resolves. That might be true, Daniel. I haven't played the matchup. My gut said I wanted Fumigate, and my gut could be wrong. Haven't played the matchup at all. I could see that being true. Yep. I think I'm going to do what I suggested and sack the champion during my upkeep so I can flip the search this turn, most likely. They're going to get to trigger this anyway, so I might as well just do this. No, they always get to cast the card with Conti. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use this now. I should have used green, right? Because I don't need... I'm going to put this on top because I don't mind putting that in my bin with this. I really just want to flip the search. Another Champion of Wits. I'd rather just activate this search, I think. Anointed Procession versus Vraska. I think I'm going to grab the Vraska here just because the other Vraska is also in these cards. And I would like to have access to a Vraska this game, basically, is what it comes down to. Nope. Based on the results from the Pro Tour, control decks aren't good in this standard. Yeah, Stream Decker is great. 10 out of 10, very awesome. That was our Renegade Map off Conti, God bless. Tilt. So, punished for using the search when I did. I guess I could have waited on that, but like, if I hit a Duress, I wanted to Duress them. That's probably a little ambitious. The approach deck that top-aided the Pro Tour had an undefeated draft record, so their standard record was pretty terrible. Yeah, I wanted to Duress them, and then we ended up getting punished because they had the Duress for us. Anointer Priest. Let's do... I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Hopefully we hit an untapped land here. Punished. Just gonna bin these two. I'm gonna bin these two. What you got over here? Probably nothing. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Alright, so let's sack this. Get a scry in. I would love an Anointed Procession. Pass the turn. I think next turn's actually going to be a Fumigate turn just to like reset this board. Well, I guess they have these treasures to trigger their thing. The problem is these Sheffit Dunes are kind of scary. Although I guess if... Oh, they found the Anointed Procession of their own. I was going to say, I guess if they don't, we're going to make more tokens of them, but that's no longer the case with their Anointed Procession. We're going to make an equal number of tokens to them, and we have an Anointer Priest and they don't. I knew this was on top. Bottom of swamp. Get 4 tokens, gain 4 life. Yeah, digital would be better than downtime. Like, they talked about using something like MTG Arena to cover matches to Pro Tour someday. Like, just not having a bunch of shuffling would just be, like, super ideal. There's so many loading screens in Paper Magic where just, like, both players are shuffling that just, like, kind of suck for coverage. Nah, we'll hit a land at some point. Oh, I guess the swamp is pretty good with Champion because of this Anointed Procession. I guess I didn't think of that. Like, draws 8, discards 4. Okay, yeah, I'd buy that for $1. I'd buy that by that is... Sound is bad. Is the microphone... Is something wrong with the mic? Sure, subscribe. Anyone? Bueller? No one else said anything about the sound, so I assume it's fine. Sounds fine. God bless. Man, they are digging here. I no longer need to fumigate, I guess. I was getting like a touch worried that they're gonna have more things than us, but that's not the case anymore. I have an Ixalan binding here, or cast out. I mean, they need a Fumigate because they sacrifice so much, though, right? Hey, Bloodfast is pretty good. I wish I had a swamp now. I actually can't play this out, and I'm gonna start by attacking. I'm gonna attack for 4 here. 5. Attack with all these. Hopefully, I'm hoping they trigger a Revolt Force. I like how I wanted to attack with more than that, and it just didn't click on one of them. Weird. Okay. So, because they blocked like that, they triggered Revolt for us. So now I can play the Bloodfast and play the Anointer Priest and still get my Hidden Stockpile triggers here at end of turn. Bring this back, get 2 Anointer Priests. Yep. I've reported that bug multiple times. You just like click on a pile of things and like half of them don't, or some of them don't attack. Alright, I've got an Anointer Priest and they don't. Up to 47. Go ahead, friendo. Your move, Yugi boy. We are just the model of health. You want to pick a different show? Alright, go sit down. Now our Bloodfast will never flip, right? Lost Legacy, sure. Feel like my win condition's already in play, right? Dealer's choice. You take the Fumigate that you know about? The Bloodfast flips into a land that lets you sacrifice a creature to gain some life, but we have plenty of health. Plenty of health. The model of health. My Vraskas are gone, opponent. I will no longer be Vraska. Yo, I'm just gonna kill you as a token stack. Yeah, our one Vraska was on the bottom. Yep. Oh, another Anointed Procession. Sure. Don't mind if it does, opponent. Hey, it attacked with all of them. Nice. So good at this. Oh, I should have sacrificed that to Scry, right? Things that probably don't matter for 100. Cast out. Tilt. Oh, I tapped my lands wrong. I tapped my lands wrong. I could have activated the Bloodfest. Ask me why I tapped my lands wrong, because I'm dumb. Why did you tap the Swamp Hog land? Because I wasn't paying attention. That's why. Just so everything's above the board here. Why'd you make a mistake? Because I'm an idiot. Good. Good stuff. Good stuff. And I've never played the deck before. I wasn't thinking about, like, the big board state, right? Just a lot going on. It's, like, not an excuse, but it's a reason. It is because I'm stupid and just, like, haven't... When these boards get big, this is why having experience with decks like this is important, because if you're used to looking at board states like this, you're able to adapt to them faster. Okay, so they've got tokens, and they've got their hidden stockpiles going in, but again, I've got Anointer Priest out, so I'm just gonna start slamming into them, I think. Opponent has found a lot of treasure, you are not wrong. Oh no, not Lost Legacy. Did they actually get to a point where I can't beat them anymore? They're gonna play. They could play Puppet Master. They can't actually kill us with that though, right? Because I've got plenty of Anointer Priest. Am I just like flashing back another Anointer Priest next turn, just like going infinite on the health total? Aether Flux Reservoir, 50 them, right? I think we're just slamming with all the servos next turn, right? We just like want to leverage our token advantage into pressuring them. Not drawing this card could actually end up being a pretty big mistake. Oh, they took our Champion of Wits away. That's pretty good. That's really good, right? Because now I'm not going to get to bring those back with this Anointed Procession. You put it on the Lost Legacy build plan, right? It feels like it. I need to, like, leverage my advantage and kill them before they find their own Anointer Priest. Oh, this card is really bad. Whoever said this card was bad, I think you're right. All of these attack. Rawr. Attacking our opponent is also good clock value because they're losing more time off their clock on declaring blockers than I am on declaring attackers. Just, you know, the truest of truths. Bring this back for the turn. Triggers. End step, Hidden Stockpile triggers, Anointed Priest triggers. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to sacrifice the Champion of Wits to scry at their end of turn so I can bring it back. This deck seems awful to play paper. I agree. It's probably unplayable in paper, in fact. We're flipping our Legion's Landing, okay. I don't even have to sacrifice anymore. Just get to trade here. They do get to start making life-linking vampires. I don't know if that's enough to beat us, though. They start auto-passing at this point, right? Hey, I played this deck in paper. Oh no! Oh no! Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. Man, are we gonna lose this game? We're gonna lose this game, aren't we? Alright, new goal. Burn as many seconds off of opponent's clock as possible while burning minimal seconds off of our own. Opponent not auto-yielding to these triggers. Alright, new goal. Time them out in game 3. Yes, I would like to use this. Bin this extra search, probably. Actually, I want the land, don't I? Bin Fumigate, bin search. All of these attack you. Fumigate is great for the timeout plan, no joke. Fumigate is really good for the timeout plan. Opponent's down 7 minutes, they're down a game, so... Third Hidden Stockpile would win it. Well, I can't play the Anointed Procession because they have Ixalan's Binding on Anointed Procession, just for reference. So I can't actually cast this Anointed Procession currently. We need to find an Ixalan's Binding of our own. I feel like I flubbed this game at a couple of points, just like losing small edges and allowed my opponent to catch up. We get to put the second Hidden Stockpile into play. Yeah, there's a Ixalan's Binding here. Dealer's Choice opponent. Oh no, they can take my Fumigate away. They took the Anointed Procession I can't cast. Good stuff. Good stuff. GG, no re. Gonna lose a Hidden Stockpile here. The Bloodfast. Okay. Someone. That's a bingo. Oh, and we're taking a stockpile. Sure. Yeah, that's honestly my single favorite thing about Magic Online. I love, as someone who plays quickly, I love getting to time slow, miserable people out of the game. Just like, you mismanaged your clock. This is your fault. You have no one to blame but you. Oh, I should have attacked first, right? Just make sure they block, because if they block, I could have held up the gate. They didn't block. All right, so stockpile this guy. Bottom of land. I tried playing Modern Elves. Yeah, there's some videos of me playing Modern Elves. I play a variation that plays Eldritch Evolution usually, though. Tilt, punish for not holding up Negate. Alright, so we are firmly on the time them out game plan at this point. Just gonna auto pass and collect my valuable seconds off of their clock. Just we are no longer trying to actually win this game. We are trying to not lose to clock. Oh, right. Vraska's ultimate sets our life total to 1, right? And attacking Vraska means they have to block now, which is great. It's fine. We got this. Another negate, sure. Can't cast the Anointed Procession because there's an Ixalan's Binding on Anointed Procession. So I've got 2 Ixalan's Bindings in my deck here. So the goal is going to be basically the opposite of a Najati alt, right? This is what token mirrors in Standard look like. That turn I didn't hold the negate up, we got super punished by this Vraska. If we'd have held the negate up, we probably would have been fine. Let's scry a bunch here. Nah, I'm just gonna activate this. Where's my excellence bind? There's only 20 cards in my deck. There it is. Alright, deal. Get her out of here. Vraska, you're coming with me. Alright, opponent, kill me. Let's go. Oh, I was auto-passing and they got to contempt my thing because I was auto-passing. Oh, oh no, wait! Oh, no! Oh, I was clicking. And I let that resolve. Ask me why I let that resolve, because I was clicking. Whatever. NBD. No big deal. It's fine. I'm just gonna take the hit. Look at him clicking individually here too. It's like, yeah, burn that clock, opponent. I don't even know if this is lethal. If it is lethal, I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna block. No blocks. Am I dead? Damage. Nope, just down to 45. Rats. I was really hoping we'd die. All of these attack Vraska. Your move, opponent. Should have discarded the second Fumigate, Hogland. Messed up. Yeah, make him block. Burn that clock equity. Burn it to the ground. Burn it to the ground, opponent. Yeah, clock equity is mine. Boom goes the dynamite. Yeah, there's a game 3 still. We're up a game. I don't care about your thing, man. Ain't nobody got time for that. Back to 100. Yep. Let's go! Alright, there's one more Ixalan binding in our deck for killing this Vraska. That is not it. The good news, there's only 17 cards in our deck, and we know the bottom 6 don't contain an Ixalan binding, so pretty good chance of finding it here. That one right there. Getcha. We are 110% losing this game, but I'm gonna burn, I don't know, 30 more seconds off their clock here. Maybe winning at both. God, they're still not auto-passing. Holy crap. We actually don't have cards in our deck to allow us to win the game at this point. But that's okay. Okay. We don't have Settle the Wreckage in our deck currently, no. We are out of sweepers. Look at that. Alright, we got an extra 30 seconds off the clock. Can we go for the extra full minute? This lethal? I can only assume this is lethal. I'm gonna block a couple things here. Look at him clicking on every token individually. Opponent, the interface is your friend, opponent. Boop. Boop. Do you think I want to play this on Magic Arena on my phone? I think Magic Arena will be a good mobile game. Am I dead? 14. Nope. Another round of triggers and clicking. This is great. Does my opponent just not know that auto pass exists? They must not know that auto pass exists, right? I would love to play this on my phone. Oh, can you? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just look at that. Look at that clock equity. Look at that. Look at the equity. They didn't even attack with everything. Misplay. All right, these Fumigates seem really bad. These Fumigates seem not the greatest. I'm going to bring in a Duress. I'm actually going to bring in this Scarab God because they're Lost Legacying us. Should have been double blocking to make him assign damage. That's the real truth. Make them pause to order blockers. Fumigate's good for the timeout. That's fair. Yeah, alright. Let's cut to the sponsor screen while I restart Magic Online here. Opponent recognizes they're not about to win in 2 minutes. Good morning, afternoon, good night, everyone, wherever you're out in the world. Welcome to Timeout Tuesdays. Only we're timing our opponents out because I don't play slowly unlike some streamers. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a TCG player and content producer. We're hanging out playing some Standard this morning with 4-color tokens. If you're enjoying what you see, please hit that follow button. It doesn't cost us anything, helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on all of your singles orders there. InksGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using promo code Jeff12, you can save 12% on Magic God, we're just flubbing it while we're helping the kid. Inks Gaming help you customize your gaming experience. They do custom playmats, mouse pads, and sleeves. You can upload your own custom artwork, or you can use from their wide selection of custom artwork on their website. And finally, SpareDeck.com. They offer kind of a unique service. Let's say you want to try some 4-color tokens. If you don't own all of these cards, SpareDeck will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. You can rent a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month. And you could also, they have a flat rate where you could always have one deck rented out at any given point. We are currently 2-0 in this league with 4-color tokens here. We're splashing green for Vraska at our top end. We've got some blue for Champion of Wits, Search of Azcanta, Scarab God, some Negates, and some Hostage Takers. Deck seems really sweet. The man has been super consistent. There are a bunch of streamers that like timeout on the regular that I watch. Just like their clock hits red consistently, and they're like minus 10 minutes on whatever their opponent's clock is. We beat an Esper control deck in the first match. Pretty easy redraw here, just one land. We did. Opponent conceded game 3 because they weren't going to have time to play it. I really don't want an Ixalan's Binding at this point. Sweet. Legion's Landing into Anointer Priest is probably great in this matchup. Yeah, hey, more power to them. If you don't care and you lose the clock, it's your dollars. Some people have more money and don't mind losing money on Magic Online. I I have a wife and 2 kids, so if I like time out a bunch and lose a bunch of money, I literally just won't be able to afford to stream. It's like, if you're losing a lot on Magic Online, it's very expensive. So, I'm interested in having a good and entertaining stream, but I'm also interested in making sure that I'm not losing infinite dollars. Alright, this is my 1-3. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Yeah, I mean, like, if money doesn't matter, like, go ahead, stream in timeout. Or play regular in timeout. I don't care. I would like to make Magic content while also not going broke while doing so. Nice to see a good, simple board state, right? It's a little abrasive opponent. 10 out of 10, block your Bomat Courier. Am I willing to block here? I'm not, right? I don't think so. Maybe I'm supposed to snap that trade. Kind of want to keep their Bomat Courier back, though. This Hidden Stockpile to trigger Revolt next turn, which is nice. $13. Built. Another swamp. I think we're going to be a turn too slow because we were on the draw. Pretty sure we're just going to end up being a little bit too slow on the draw. Yep, basically just dead on board. It's unfortunate. Here's to draw 3 more cards, 4 more cards. Alright, so let's bring our curve down here. Did I cut the forest since I'm boarding out the Vraska? Sounds great. Sunscourge Champion sounds wonderful. Hostage Taker seems fine. Why standard? Someone sent the donation to play the deck, so we're playing the deck. Been meaning to play. I like to hit all the constructed formats consistently, so I was meaning to play some standard anyways, and someone sent me dollars to play, so might as well fire it up. Classic mistake of losing the roll, right? Red deck's very good. Red deck gets to play a bunch of lands that kill you, so. Yeah, it seems pretty good, right? Legion landing on 1. Yeah, I mean, I can't really do anything about that, though, right, Immortal Echoes? I've got, like just conserve my Fatal Pushes is basically what I can do. I think I'm doing this rather than playing the Anointer Priest so I can guarantee my line drop next turn. Seems more important. Shocking. Do I want to Fatal Push this aggressively, or do I want to save it for a Dino? I feel like I want to just push this off a cliff. I'm going to play the Dino and I'm just going to die. I guess I could wait a turn on popping that. So I hit another land naturally and I'm playing the Anointer Priest instead of the Search anyways. Ding. Not the scary one. Use my mana. Go ahead. Yeah, we didn't get punished. I'd have had to crack the map here, but yeah, like it was just like strictly incorrect to crack the map when I cracked the map. It would have ended up being exactly the same here. So block their 2-1 here. If they kill this, I really don't mind, because then I get to flash it back with 2 copies. Good news, they don't appear to have the dino. Not appear to have a dinosaur. This might be a game where we just like play out the second search to like make the one search we have flip faster. That's unfortunate. Oh, I guess that means I get to... You have a Hazoret here? Oh, there's scavengers grounding me. Okay, that makes sense. It's like, now I get to flash this back. God, we are super dead, huh? Put planes in your discard pile. Yes, please. Just actually just dead, basically. Take 5 here, down to 8. I'm gonna crack the Evolving Wilds, but again, I'm not going... Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna crack the Evolving Wilds. I'm not gonna crack the map because I want to wait in case I draw a Hidden Stockpile. Probably pretty dead no matter how we slice this, right? Yes, but Glacial Fortress in my bin. Champion of Wits. That could be anything. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna crack this in response so I have an extra land in my hand to discard. Gosh, we're gonna be so close. They're gonna kill us with a lightning strike or something to tilt off. Depending on the country you're in, it's against the law. And it's always against the Twitch terms of service. Streaming music you don't have. It depends on your local laws. I am not a lawyer. It's actually just dead, right? I just get to plus Chandra, deal 2 to us, and then we have to take a hit from at least one of these creatures. So. That's also lethal. Good stuff. Good stuff. That matchup feels real bad. Our deck, like, has a bunch of cards that say the words gain life on them, but it feels like we're just a little bit too clunky for that to be reasonably be a good matchup. I feel like I don't have access to enough sideboard cards to skew it either. Like, I had to leave a bunch of search for Azcantas in my deck. At some point, some artist is going to sue Twitch or sue some streamer, and then they'll actually start cracking down on it, but until that happens, they won't. Like, everyone that streams copyrighted music, if someone's stream is getting muted after the fact, they're breaking the Twitch terms of service, is basically what it comes down to. Seems real bad, can't cast their spells. Sounds not exciting, but fine. Watch our opponent be playing a control deck. Yeah, Sacred Cat could be good, a good card if you wanted a better mono ruby matchup. I definitely could see Cat being a worthwhile inclusion. Those decks play that card on occasion. I think it's definitely a card that would have gotten us out of that last batch. That's a great draw. Like, I really find it funny that the content producers that are like, please support my content. You know, I work hard and I do this. I don't want to do it for free. Support me if you like my stuff. And then they steal music, or like they put music that they didn't pay for on their stream. It's like, well, if you want people to support your content, maybe you should support the people that make the music that you're using to make your content be supplemented. So like, matchup good or bad? I don't know. Let's find out together, shall we? Attack for 1 here. We need another swamp at this point. Yeah, yeah, exactly. The other thing is, I know there's a lot of people that like they take it even one step further, and not only are they playing music that they don't have the rights to, but like they're having people pay them so for song requests. So like they're like actively directly making money off of other people's work. So like in addition to like indirectly making money off their work by just like putting their content on your thing, they're like directly making money by people paying them to make song requests. So one other lands. I actually know what we're doing. Like, I need lands at some point, but like I also kind of need non-lands to get my engine going. So I think we're just like bottoming not Anointed Procession. Oh, did you say that? Who charge to play other people's music? Yep. Yep. And like, Twitch is getting to the point where like there's some real actual like significant amounts of money in this game, in this this application, right? So like I feel like there's a non-zero chance that some of those streamers that like have like 5-digit worths of sub numbers that like, you know, have tens of thousands of people watching them that charge you for song requests, like I feel like someone in the music industry is eventually going to go after these people, right? Because like they're making, you know, 5 digits worth of subs. If you have 10,000 subscribers, that's like 20 grand a month. These people are making, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Let's pass the turn here. No reason to hit the Hidden Stockpile if they already triggered Revolt for me. That's rude, opponent. I liked my Hidden Stockpile. What am I going to stockpile now? I have to stockpile out in public? That's just awkward. I have a nervous bladder. I can't stockpile in public. They get exposure. Let me, as someone who has often gotten offered exposure in return for my hard work, this is my response to exposure in return for my hard work. You want me to do something for you? Pay me. Not exposure. Exposure is worth pennies. It's worth next to nothing. They don't lose a dime. That's not strictly true. They're actually, it is strictly untrue. They're actively losing money if someone, so let's say, let's use a real life example that happens a lot to show you how you're wrong. You want to show? You want to pick? Let's say a streamer has 400 people watching them. Let's say a streamer has 400 people watching them, and they play a song off of YouTube for 400 people. That song now got 1 view and 1 play on YouTube, as opposed to 400 plays. That's actual money that they lost because that streamer played that song for 400 people, and they didn't get the ad money from those other 399 people. You want that one? Alright. I should have attacked with this, right? Because I'm sacrificing it to this anyways. A lot of streamers pull their song requests from YouTube. And if those people aren't monetizing it from YouTube, they could monetize it in a different way. So saying that it's okay to steal because stealing's not hurting anyone, guess what? It's still wrong. You're allowed to be a dick, but you're still a dick. You're allowed to think it's okay for me to be a dick, but you're still a dick. What time is it in the US? It is in the morning. Good quality morning rant here from people that think it's okay to steal from other people. We're just super dead, right? Just could never beat this. I mean, I guess I have this Fumigate. Oh yeah, how many of the people in the audience that are arguing it's okay to steal from artists make your living making things for other people? Just curious. How many of the people that thinks it's okay to steal like would be directly impacted by someone stealing from them? Like, even my cell phone can play music while I'm watching a Twitch stream, so like we could do both. They have another Angelite here, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna It's pretty dead. That I agree, they don't correlate one-to-one. If those artists wanted their music to be listened to without someone paying them money, they would release it royalty-free. If the exposure that you're talking about is actually more important than making money to them, they would release it as royalty-free music, and then people could stream it legally for free. That's just a fact. No, the token still has a thing. In fact, Fatal Push is pretty bad in this matchup, right? So I want the Negates, I want the Duresses. I think I want the Hostage Takers. This takes artifacts off the board. Like, they literally have the option where if exposure is their goal, they could release their music in a way to maximize exposure and minimize profit. And these artists aren't doing that. That's why they're getting flagged. Yeah, hey, look, if I rob a store, that store gets on the news. That's like free exposure for them, right? So it's good to rob a store. I know that's a crappy analogy and it's not a direct correlation, but that's like basically what you're saying. It's okay to take money from someone if they're getting something out of it, even if they don't really want you to do that. Money buys products. You're losing money. It's okay. Okay, we're gonna be done with this. We're just gonna say that you're wrong. Because if you weren't wrong, they would release their music. They're like, I'm just gonna ban you. Just fuck off. It's okay. That person thinks it's okay to steal, and I don't think it's okay to steal. So let's just. All right. This matchup seems abysmal, right? Like, I feel like I just don't have good tools for fighting what they're doing. Unlike a lot of Twitch streamers, I'm not desperate for them to be here. I don't need to sit there and tell them that they're wrong 800 times. Just get them out of here. If you think it's okay to steal, you don't need to be here. It's okay. And again, like, that person probably works a regular 9 to 5 and doesn't depend on producing content or creating music to, like, derive their income. So, like, this person is very easily able to have this strong opinion because it in no way directly impacts their life. No, but some amount of those people would be listening to that music anyways, and that is lost income. I agree it's not a one-to-one loss. I agree that if one person streams it for 400 people, it's not a 400-person loss directly, but it is a non-zero amount of loss. This is not a democracy. This works exactly like America. Whoever sends me the most money gets what they want here. At least Fumigate's good. Scarab God is great, right? What am I supposed to be cutting? Fumigate's not good. The Fumigates might just be, you know, I'm not winning those games anyways. Oh, wait, what? It said I had 19 seconds on my clock, right? Did you all see that? It said I had 19 seconds on my clock, right? What? Alright, well, I'm just going to concede because there's no way we're winning this without our sideboard cards, and I guess the league is free. I'm going to go check a diaper really quick, and then we're going to play the 5th batch in this league. I'm gonna double check the video, but I'm pretty sure I had time on my clock there. I don't know, is it legal to do that in your country? I am not a lawyer. All I know is it is against the Twitch terms of service because Twitch could get sued if these people cared. Laws vary country to country. Don't. I'm gonna quote a very reasonable movie. Stop breaking the law, asshole. Let's change your diaper so that I can play his last match. Get a diaper change. Did someone clip it? Thank you for the clip. Thank you for the clip. I appreciate it. Free leagues because Magic Online is the best, right? I'd have a lot less Moto money if leagues weren't free on occasion. Alright, yeah, sounds great, right? Eh, it's not great, it's fine. Got stockpile and a way to trigger it. Yeah. Yeah, they'll refund the entry to the league because of that, most likely. Yeah, it was just like a couple second pause, right? It wasn't like a full long pause. It wasn't like it waited 18 seconds and then submitted. It was like a 3-second pause at 18. Blue, green. Oh, we found a real deck. Oh no! Oh no, our opponent's playing a real deck. Cheat that one. Play this. Oh, I've made a huge mistake. I was like, I want to play this because it's a slow land, but now I don't trigger my stockpile this turn. So that was a sequencing mistake. I was doing this and reading chat. Should have cracked this. There is a great long legacy video from last night on my YouTube channel. Be sure to check that out. I have extra blue. I'm gonna get a plains here, so this Glacial Fortress come into play untapped. Man, my opponent's about to Glory Bringer us, and we're gonna be very sad. Yeah, part of the reimbursement, though, too, is that, like, it encourages people to play games they probably wouldn't otherwise be playing, right? Like, you're putting extra money into the system, basically. I feel like it's best to just, like, never assume your opponent's doing X, Y, or Z, especially on Magic Online. I think we're just gonna pull the trigger on Fumigate here, right? Just, like, the 2-for-1 is fine. It's, like, technically a 3-for-1 because, like, the Rogue Refiner's gone, but, like, the Rogue Refiner drew a card, so, like, killing it isn't really worth a card. There's the Bristling Hydra, yep. It's possible I should wait on that because I'm so good at Magic. I can just like block this thing for a while, so I think I'm just gonna chill. Wait until they put a thing or two into play. It's a butterfly. There's water in there, yep. Alright, so we're gonna block and then stack to the Hidden Stockpile. Scry me a river. Heyo.
A pick. I'm a pick.
Dude. Hey, look. And now they're gonna have to invest. They're gonna have to invest in Thopters because. Gosh, I'm hoping that's not the case. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one, yeah. We're gonna get to sack. We're gonna have to play it, and then draw 2, discard 2, and then we're gonna get to sacrifice it to the Hidden Stockpile, and then bring it back with Anointed Procession and draw 8, discard 4. I really wanna flash that back at some point. What do you want? Which one? What show do you want? You won't like the Flash. It's live action. Pick one. Pick one of the other ones. It's not live action. Block here. You want bots? Alright, so I think I'm just pulling the trigger on this Fumigate, actually. Clean this board out. Fumigate is so good. This card is really well positioned. Just for anyone that hasn't been paying attention to Standard. Like, exceptionally well positioned. Discard these 2, play my Legion's Landing, make some door codes. I'm gonna go ahead and sacrifice this Champion of Wits to scry, so I trigger my Hidden Stockpile at end of turn, and then next turn we can Eternal. Opponent doesn't want to play Magic anymore. God bless. Are we actually on the board nothing playing here? Is Hostage Taker good because they might board out some removal? What are the odds they have Harness Lightning in against me post board? Who's opposed to clicking submit? Who's opposed to clicking submit? I could see an argument for Hostage Taker. I'm not sure I like it better than any of the cards I already have. Moto is against clicking submit, right? Yeah, I think Ixalan's binding is important. They have Scarab God and Vraska. Do I really want to fight them on the stack? I think I just want to click submit. I just want to overwhelm them on the board. I think I'd rather have Duress than Negate, if that's the type of effect I want in this matchup, but I'm not convinced that that's the type of effect that I want in this matchup. The Fatal Push for a turn 2 Cub again. Seems good. I'm supposed to push that? Probably. And again, gonna sit tight on cracking the Renegade Map since I have a land anyways. And trigger Revolt for me later. If Arena is well done, it would be silly for Wizards of the Coast to maintain 2 digital products. Is all I'm going to say. Well, I'm going to say I'm also going to say that Magic Online also started as Standard cards only. So, as someone who desperately wants to play a Magic video game on the computer that's a quality piece of software, I really hope Arena is well done. Really hope Arena is well done. Arena is everything I want in life. Alright, well, I've got some processions here. This is a slightly awkward part of this deck for sure. Your cards kind of have to line up in a nice way. Like, we have to hit the right mix of, like, processions and token makers and stuff like that. Yeah, Blizzard has a really good attention to detail, right? Like, all of the little things. They're like the inverse of Magic, right? Like, their actual game is mediocre, but like all of the details that surround their game are like pretty phenomenal. Just just casually 11 energy here for my opponent. Alright, it's not terrible. Make 4 tokens. Go. You could easily make the argument objectively that Magic is the more complex and deep game. Like, Hearthstone has a lot of focus on generating fast TCG games, or card games, as opposed to deep and interesting and interactive games. But I agree that, like, better or worse in terms of Hearthstone versus Magic is, like, a pretty subjective measurement. I'm just gonna go and attack with all of these, right? Am I? Maybe I'm just supposed to do this again. Yeah, actually just gonna sit tight for a turn. Here's my life linkers. Make 8 1/1s. Hearthstone generates what I like to call soundbite games. It's like the type of game where, like, if you're waiting in line for 10 minutes or 5 minutes, you can, like, load it up and, like, play a reasonable... Combustible Gear Hulk. We're gonna put the top 3... Would you like... Have them draw? No. Alright, I took 5. I guess you made me take 5. I'm gonna gain 12 next turn and make 8 more lifelinking vampires. Unless I draw Forest. Rats, I didn't draw Forest. I'm so unlucky. I'm only gonna gain 11, right? Because it says first strike. Flip Legion's Landing. Can you beat Legion's Landing? Can you beat Adanto, the first fort, and triple Anointed Procession opponent? What do you think? I feel like the answer is firmly on no, but we'll see. Opponent's gonna give it the old college bester. If we hit an island, we get to make so many Champion of Wits. And by so many, I mean 8. It's a lot of Champion of Wits. You're destroying one of my things? Oh no, they killed one of my enchantments. That's sad. Alright, now I'm gonna Fatal Push this, because they're slightly less good. Punished, I guess? I think it's not really, right? Like, they're killing 4 of my things and I'm making 4 things. This will encourage them to put more stuff on the board. Like, I'm still pushing damage this way, right? Now it only draws 16. Go. You have a Rogue Refiner. Still that on board, right? That matchup seems good. Alright, sweet. So, thoughts on this deck. The mana base was way more consistent than I thought it was going to be. Having your splash be at the top of your curve makes the fixing pretty good, especially when you have, like, Map and Evolving Wilds to do some fixing. Fumigate is insanely well positioned right now. I think it's a mistake. If your deck can play some number of Fumigates, I think you want to be playing at least 3. I think is the number of Fumigates I would say. I think Sunscourge Champion here is the wrong card for the sideboard for the mono red matchup. I feel like when I lost the mono red matchup, I'd have to play it a little bit more to get a little bit better feel for it. But I really felt like I was losing the mono red matchup because my opponent was getting under us. So I think if I wanted a card in the board for the mono red matchup, I would want some of the 1/1 lifelink cat. I don't know, like, this is a lot of cards for the control matchup, and, like, I get that the control matchup might be bad, but, like, how bad is it with search? I feel like at a certain point, like, this is just too much, and I get that you don't want to be stone dead to the approach the second sun deck, but it feels like you're putting so many cards in for one matchup that you might just never play. Like, unless you're expecting a lot of approach in your local metagame, I think if I was playing this deck, I wouldn't play this many hit cards for it. Sacred Cat would be the one that I would play. Alright, this deck was a lot of fun, though. Big board states are a lot of fun. Vraska is a very powerful card. I like to splash for her. Search for Azcanta quickly. You know, there's a reason why this is one of the most popular cards in set. It's very, very powerful, potent card. Oh no, I never started recording this morning. Alright, I'll have to cut it up manually later from Twitch. Yeah, at any rate, I think I'm going to go ahead and close out the stream with a match or two of Hex.